Hi, Debonair Kovacs back to show you the next step in the great linen weaving saga. This is the most scary part, but the first step I want to show you, or the next step that I want to show you, is the threading. My daughter is helping me with the filming today, so I'm going to just have her give you a little bit of a tour. This is the full warp. You remember that I showed some of the threading through the reed the last time here. So here's the whole, I forget how many, 768 threads or something. Almost all of them are threaded through this reed. Remember that these are called dents, and I have 2 threads through each one of these because you're going to want to know that in a few minutes when I show you the rest. So if we'll come around to the back of the loom now, you can see that I've got most of it threaded through these heddles. That was the next step, and that's what I want to show you today. And before I show you that, I'd actually like to tell you a little short story. The only weaving class that I ever actually took, most of the weaving that I did, I learned to throw a shuttle at a living history place where I worked, but learning how to warp a loom I did on my own. So I eventually got to take a weaving class at John Campbell Folk School on tartan weaving, and you had to know how to warp a loom on your own to be in this class. It was a prerequisite. And I did know how to do that, but I was worried because I thought, oh, the way I do it will be different and people will think it's weird, which I used to worry about. So it turned out that everybody worked a little differently from everybody else, and we were all interested enough that what we did is we ended up taking a couple of hours one afternoon and each showing the others the tips that she had on warping. And the most important thing I learned is there's no right and wrong. Do it the way that works for you. It's fine. But I also learned a cool tip, which I'm going to show you now as I thread a few of these. So we're hoping that Sally can get a good view of my hands. So the first thing that we have to do in handspun linen, at least, is spritz. I missed the thread to keep it pliable and working well. There are 4 harnesses here, 4 big harnesses holding all these heddles. So I need 1 heddle from the first harness, 1 from the second harness, just 1 please, thank you, 1 from the third harness, 1 from the fourth harness. I look down here at the bottom to be sure I actually have 1 from each one and haven't accidentally gotten 2 from the same one. The next job that I have is to reach through here. Now this is the back of that reed that has 2 threads through each. Oh, it's going to be easy for me this time. There are these 2 through that one and these 2 through that one. Here's the tip that I learned. I used to always do these one at a time. 1 thread through heddle 1 and so on. This lady showed us if you get 4, get them in the exact order around your fingers that way. You can take this little gizmo, the slang hook that I showed you last time for threading through the reed. I go through harness heddle number 1, get the thread from my little finger, pull it through. Number 2, thread from the ring finger, pull that through without getting it caught in the hook of the slang hook. Number 3, from my middle finger here, and number 4, and you can see, even as slow as this is, it's much more quick than it would have been if I'd done each individual one. And I take the 4 ends here and try to pull them to about the same length as all the rest of these, because the next job will be to tie them on the back beam and thread them on. So you can see that it has taken me a while to do all that. I'm going to finish and we're going to wind on the warp today, and I'll maybe show you one last bit at the end of that. Thanks for watching. Remember to do things the way that works for you.